here as court decides over Malami'S refusal to give details of Nnamdi Kanu's extradition. Aloy Ejimako blowout. He won't. Definitely won't. What else do you expect? You expect him to say the truth? He won't. Never he won't. Do you understand? He will never. He knows if he dares give in details how Nnamdi Kanu was extradited, I'm telling you, he knows that Malami, and President Mubarak definitely will go down. And somehow, our Igbo leaders will definitely be involved. You understand? So he won't, definitely. So what are we saying? I am not surprised that this is coming now, because I know that a time like this will come when the truth will surface, and it's already surfacing. Now, let's listen to the content anyway. Aloy Ejimako, the special counsel for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has challenged the Nigerian government to review how the IPOB leader was arrested and extradited. In a statement on Monday, Ejimako described the extradition of Kanu as illegal and a gross misconduct. The statement was titled, "Absence of lawful extradition is the reason why Nigeria cannot explain how it intercepted Nnamdi Kanu." Kanu, who is facing an 11-count charge of treason, criminal felony, terrorism, and illegal possession of firearms, among others, allegedly jumped bail in 2017 and left the country, only to re-emerge in Israel and then in the United Kingdom. The former London estate agent was rearrested in June 2021. He was initially arrested in late 2015 after calling for a separate state for Biafra in southeast Nigeria. He was rearraigned before a federal high court in Abuja and ordered to be remanded in the custody of the DSS while the case was adjourned. But the lawyer complained that beyond the bland use of the word interception, neither the Attorney General nor any other Nigerian officials has explained how and where this infamous interception occurred, or whether it occurred under the pertinent legal framework or not. He said, "From published accounts, all efforts by the media, domestic and international, to elicit details of this interception have met a stubborn official silence, and it appears that the same is true with myriad diplomatic inquiries issuing to Nigeria from the international community, notably from the United Kingdom and United Nations." Conversely, Nnamdi Kanu had in various sworn statements given credible accounts and details that prove that the so-called interception is simply that he was officially kidnapped, disappeared, tortured in Kenya, and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria during the hearing of Kanu's fundamental rights suit in Abia State. The Nigerian government could not explain how Kanu ended up in Nigeria, thus confirming that Kanu was not extradited but illegally renditioned. If Kanu was extradited, the Nigerian government would have been very forthright with it, especially given the insurmountable prosecutory barrier that comes with extraordinary rendition. It is therefore instructive that, to date, the Nigerian government has neither in court or public extradited Kanu's account nor offered any alternative account that may suggest that Kanu's return to Nigeria was secured through some due process of law. On its part, the Kenyan government has, in the public and in processes filed in court, vehemently denied that Kanu was subjected to any extradition for even deportation. Proceedings in Kenya and Nigeria has deepened to Kenya's self-righteous denials. To be sure, Nnamdi Kanu, a non-national of Kenya, was legally admitted to Kenya on 5th May 2021 and then expelled or was transferred from Kenya to Nigeria on 27th June 2021 without a decision taken in accordance with the law. Both Nigeria and Kenya are state parties to the parent African Charter that grandfathered the similar law Nigeria later domesticated into its municipal laws. It is trite that a rendition fugitive suspect cannot be subjected to trial. Thus, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be restitutioned or restored to the status quo, whether to Kenya or Britain. At his option, it is inherently contradictory to postulate that a rendition suspect will get a fair trial from the jurisdiction that renditioned him. By its infamous nature, extraordinary rendition destroys every prospect for a fair trial. Therefore, the next best thing for Nigerian authorities to do is to toe the path of honor and contrition by releasing Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. In the interim, it may choose the easier option of forbearing any objections to reinstatement of Nnamdi Kanu's bail, which will instantly clear the judicial path to his release. Going further, the authorities can be guided by the recent judgment of the Abia State High Court, which exonerated Kanu from the supervining event that disquieted his bail and ultimately culminated in the extraordinary rendition. Malami will never, he will never be able to speak. He won't. What do you expect him to say? I said it. That was earlier July. Nnamdi Kanu was extradited to Nigeria in June 27. That my one of my broadcasts spoke about that, and I said that at the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu definitely is enough to cover up any count charge that anybody will be presenting to the court. You understand? Yes. You see, Malami cannot say it because he is the direct person involved. And him speaking, him speaking about it will now lead to a lot of things, like how it all started, who came up with that idea, who sent them, who is involved. In fact, it will end up exposing a lot of them. Thereby, the truth will now finally be revealed. So all these things are what they are trying to avoid. These people, they know what they are doing. So let us just keep our fingers crossed and keep watching as the truth starts getting unfolded. You understand? All right. I'm very happy with what is happening right now, because as it is, I can see that Nnamdi Kanu is already close to his release. No doubt. I don't want to talk much about this because I know that it is for sure. All right. For the people out there who are